What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. Today, we got a good one. We've got a loaded Level 1 podcast because today we got a lot to talk about. First off, unboxings. I've got multiple devices to unbox for you today. The final finishing touches on my studio upgrades. After this, that's it for me for this year. But these devices should allow some really awesome new additions, including improved audio in various different ways. I'm very excited for this. But I also have an update on the other unboxing, which is a game that is a special collector's edition that was being sent to me by a game developer. We have to talk about that. It's going to be some good and bad news. Notably, good news if you're a fan of Pokemon. And today, Sony released the PlayStation 2025 Year in Review, where they look at your stats as a gamer over the course of the year and how much you used your PlayStation. This is going to be a very telling summary for me this year because I converted to being almost a full-time PC gamer and pretty much only played stuff on my PlayStation that needed to be played on the console. So it's going to be an interesting show. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax. It is time once again for a very chill and fun holiday edition of the Level 1 podcast. Alrighty, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the show. It's the Level 1 podcast for Wednesday, the 10th of the 10th of December, 2025. Let me just get the month right before we begin today. And obviously, I'm excited for today's show. We've got so much to talk about. And what a loaded week, a 7-day streaming week. We're more than halfway through it now. This is podcast 3 of 4. Yeah, I've been podcasting a lot this week and it's been doing good. People seem to like this kind of video. Notably, those of you who are newcomers in the last couple of weeks, the feedback I'm getting is that people really like when I hang out and talk and allow you to have an update on everything that's going on. So I'm down. I'm down for doing this kind of show, often. We don't have to do it every day, but when we have enough to talk about, I feel like it's a good opportunity to sit down and reassess what's going on. In fact, today we have many updates and things that I want to give you because things keep changing. I mean, this week alone, I think the schedule has changed 3 to 4 different times as a result of games either ending or us deciding to try something new, things in the schedule, things arriving and stuff. So I am excited for the rest of the week for sure. 3 more days left, including today. There will not be a podcast tomorrow, but there will be a podcast on Friday, and that's going to be a good one because, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night is the Game Awards. I will not be watching them because I have much better things to do with my time than sit there for 3 to 4 hours and watch a bunch of industry circle jerkers think that they know anything about video games, a bunch of journalists vote and tell me what the best game of the year was. I just don't have time for it. Plus, most of the stuff that happens during the Game Awards is promotion for big AAA games. And guess what games are not really eligible for Game of the Year this year? Big AAA games, because they all stunk in 2025. So why do I care what's coming out? So I'm definitely not going to be watching them. But on Friday's Level 1 podcast, I will react to all of the results. So that'll be fun to do, to actually react to see what they said was the best game and let you know my take on it and stuff like that. Should be fun. I hope you'll be here Friday morning for that, okay? But today we got a loaded show, lots to talk about. Before we get to it, Let's say hello. How's everyone doing this morning? What's going on? We have Matt0716, 10 months as a member, who says, ladies and gents, the one, the only, Dark Side Fuel. Thank you, Matt, for that nice introduction. We got Cabal, the Epic Pulse, SR Trumbull, Buzzawizzy, Chris, I said the Epic Pulse twice, Jeffrey, Steven, looks like a K74 Amina. Who else? We got Cold Kill, Broden's here. Good to see you, Broden. Sylvania's here this morning. Many people here this morning. James, Hobo X, well, good morning. Grandmaster Scrub, Vasil, thank you. Thank you so much, Vasil. On the kick side, we got Zmox, Heavy Lies the Homo. Wow, that's a nice name. We got Poxy, Toasty Chestnuts. Your name's already taken. RGB Lover, Fenty Face, One Trick Pony Noodles. Whatever that means. I actually have no idea. And more. We got Onyord, Lindsay. Who else is here? Pianoish, Ed BR, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yvonne, how you doing, Yvonne, this morning? Turtle Sniffer. Be careful. Some turtles can snap back when you go for a sniff. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Good crowd today, and building, of course, because we just started. Lots to do. Lots and lots to do. That's actually why, if you look, I started early. Like, typically, I would start the podcast around 11:30. It's only like 11:25 right now. I wanted to get the show rolling because we have so much to cover. A lot of ground to run over today. We're going to get there. We got a journey. We're on a journey together. I'm excited. Man, today I'm excited for multiple reasons. We've got cool device unboxings. They're sitting right next to me on the floor. Can't wait to unbox a few things and take a look at them together with all of you. My final pieces of my set upgrade, meaning after these devices are integrated and put as a part of my setup, I'm done. I'm not going to be adding anything else. I've added so much at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I kind of tapping out, say, I've had enough, can't spend no more, can't set up anymore. It's too exhausting. All right. And to be honest, it sucks because I want to actually do this stuff and have it as part of my set today. But this equipment, as you'll see, it's very software oriented. It's not just plug in and use. Like, if I plug it in and use it, things will sound terrible. All right. I need to tweak it. I need to install software, tweak the software, have filters and surround sound effects. It's like, well, I can't just do that instantly. That's going to take some work. So because of that, I can't set it up today. I have to find time, hopefully, in the next week, when I can do it. If I can squeeze it in between a stream sometime by the end of this week, if not, maybe on my day off on Saturday, to try to get this equipment working so we can have everything fully upgraded all the way. Like, it's funny. All these little improvements and things I've done over the last few years. First, it was just like, all right, slightly improve the camera, slightly improve the capture device, and do stuff like that, because really that was almost free to do. I got a lot of donated stuff. Then it was, okay, get new PCs. That's a huge upgrade because now the capture quality is better. Get new cameras. Now all of my video is so much better, right? Get a new microphone. But then it's like, damn, my set still sucks. I'm using this stupid laptop desk, and I'm using this crappy rolling table, and, it's still like half-assed bootleg. All right, now that's it. Go all out. Get the desk. Get the monitors, the monitor arms, the new microphone, the new audio interface. Get this, get that. So now it's like, woo. After now, I think we'll be set for a bit. Not to say that there won't be incremental upgrades. For example, my gaming PC is now about 1.5 years old. Give it another year to 1.5 years, the graphics card might be outdated. Maybe I get a new graphics card and I pop that one out and I pop a new one in, right? Stuff like that. So we'll see as time progresses, but I agree. James says, well, it's well worth it, though. I agree. Like, I think you're going to see big changes and big improvements. If I can get surround sound when I'm playing games now, I'm going to play better. Like, if I'm playing Arc Raiders and someone's sneaking up on me or a robot is right around the corner, I'll be able to hear and react, as opposed to right now, I can generally hear what's going on, but I have no idea in what direction anything's happening, really, besides left and right channel. So can't really do much, So that's what I mean. Like, these little upgrade, but then it adds up to be a big improvement over time. And I think it's gonna pan out, particularly next year now, as we're jumping into a whole new slew of games and new content. Because now my attitude is a little different. Now it's, instead of, okay, only play the big AAA releases, it's more like, the AAA releases probably aren't even going to be that good. Instead, listen to feedback from the viewers. What's the game that you think is the hot game right now that I should check out? No big deal for me to drop a few bucks to try one. Especially if it's on Steam. It's probably cheaper than a full-price game anyway, so why not, right? So it's been pretty cool. And in fact, that's what we're doing tonight on the late stream, is checking out just random stuff, seeing what games are available, what games stick, and I might want to do a playthrough of. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I am very excited for the future. I really am. I'm excited for everything that's going on, all these improvements, all the good times, good chill times going on right now. Everything's going swimmingly. Yesterday, what a recovery, because, a few days there, we basically had games that weren't so good. We had Metroid Prime 4. We had the conclusion of Tormented Souls 2. We had Truck Sim, which basically got exposed that the only reason that Truck Sim was continuing to be played and be successful was money. Not because we were all having a good time and it was a chill stream, but because people just wanted to throw money at it to continue and try to have it be a content mill for toxic reasons. So we got rid of that. And then Call of Duty flopping hard on its own face and people saying, just stop playing it and do anything else. We'd much rather see you have fun with other new indie style games than to keep playing Call of Duty. So, I'm listening. I'm listening to feedback. We're improving. And I hope that you guys are liking the changes that are coming. Okay. I got a couple of shout outs to do here. By the way, good morning, Abdullah. Good morning, Game Boy. We got a few more people coming here and chilling. So here we go. All right. Anyway, couple shout outs. We start off today. So someone tipped a buck. Our first tip of the day. They said, I hope that you're going to get to enjoy this Pokemon Legends ZA DLC. It's quite tough. I wouldn't worry about your level. The DLC really helps you catch up with the amount of experience candies that you get. I won't spoil too much. I'm excited for the next time that you play it. I've got a big update on that. For those of you who like Pokemon, and we were talking yesterday on the Pokemon stream about, okay, when's Pokemon coming back? When's the next Pokemon session? Big update on that in moments, I'll tell you, because we have updates that have happened that are affecting my schedule, okay? Cool. Thank you for that. Thank you. Let's see here. Vassild with a 1313 super chat. Our first super chat of the day. Thank you so much, Vassild. Says, looking forward to the positive stream. Me too. And then it looks like Vassild also with a 500 kicks over on Kick. So those are our first kicks of the day. Let's get him a nice animation for that. Once my page reloads, because apparently it ran out of memory, which seems to be a big problem. You just had to kick me in the balls, didn't you, Vassild? Anyway, thank you for that. Okay. Looks like we got our first gifted sub of the day. Let me give that a look. It looks like Ed BR has gifted a sub. Thank you so much to Ed BR. First sub of the day over on Kick. Thank you so much for that support. Thank you. Spreading the support around. So, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy the chill vibes, and if you like what you see and you want it to continue, please support the content today. First way you can support the content, like everything you see. Like the stream if you're watching it right now on YouTube. Like the video on demand, okay? Engagement. Participate. Talk to me in the chats so we can actually have some nice conversation. If you're watching on demand, leave a comment, okay? In the last couple of weeks, likes and comments have been way high, and it's helping the channel. Please, let's keep that momentum going. I understand that not everyone stuck around. You had thousands of people who subscribed to the channel since the Asmongold interview, and not a lot have stuck around. But for those of you who have, it has helped. I want you to understand that. It really has. So please keep that engagement going. I've really enjoyed reading all your comments, approving comments, liking and faving comments on the videos. And I want to keep that momentum going. So please keep it up if you like the stuff. I mean, tons more people are watching on demand. These podcasts, these update videos, the daily wraps, they're doing really well. Please keep engaging with them, okay? Now, the second way that you can support the channel, obviously, is through contributions. If you're here live and you're on the YouTube side, you can do a super chat. You could become a member of the channel, or you could give some memberships to your fellow viewer. 'Tis the season, okay? If you're on Kick, you could contribute by throwing some kicks my way, or you could subscribe to the Kick channel, or you could give some subscriptions to your fellow viewer. 'Tis the season. Or no matter where you are right now, whether you're on a stream, whether you're on demand, you can tip me. You can tip me via PayPal. If you're in the stream, you could type !tip. The command will bring up the command to do so. Or if you look at the description of any on-demand video, right there it explains how to go to my PayPal and send a tip. Much, much appreciated. Tips help a lot. They really do. So please consider contributing today. If you like the content, that's what keeps me going. It really is the majority of my income is the crowdfunding support that I get. Thank you in advance to anyone who does. All right. Now that we got the gratuitous plugs out of the way, let's start with our topics for the day, shall we? Topic number 1 is that I have an update in regards to an event that I had planned for later this week. For those who maybe don't know, let me get you caught up. In the last couple of weeks, things have been pretty good for me. With the increase of positive attention and support that I've received, I've gotten contacted by a few different places in regards to opportunities. Okay? One opportunity that came to me is that there is a game developer / publisher that reached out and said, hey, we have a game that came out earlier this year. Did you hear of it? And I was like, actually, yeah. Earlier this year, this was one of the games that I kind of watched a trailer of and I was interested in playing. I just never got around to it. I kind of forgot about it, to be frank, and then we never played it, okay? They said, well, what we'd like to do is send you a collector's edition of our game, which has all these extras and cool things. We'd love for you to do a live unboxing in your content and to check out our game if you want. And by the way, this is not a paid review or anything. You can play it and be completely honest. If you hate our game, you could say that. And I was like, well, that makes sense. That's fair. You know what I mean? Like, they're not saying kiss our butt. This is not a paid sponsorship. This is, we'll give you the game, check it out, give your honest opinion on it. Now, the reason that they're doing this is because I guess they're releasing a big DLC and they want to get more hype around the game. So they're trying to get other people to talk about it. So I said, sure. I said, go ahead, send it to me. Let's go. And when I get it, I'll unbox it and I'll do a stream of it. I don't know if I'll like it and keep playing it, but I'll do a stream of it to test it out. Okay? So they sent me the game. But I didn't get it. Because I was checking the shipment updates this week, thinking it's going to come probably like Wednesday, Thursday. Like I was hoping it would be here today and I could do an unboxing. I checked, get this, okay? The collector's edition of the game is on hold at a shipping station. The company is saying there was a mechanical error at the shipping station and they don't have an update for me. They don't even know what happened to it or if they're going to find it. I'm serious. Basically, it was supposed to arrive either today or tomorrow. That was like the ETA. And then all of a sudden it said status unknown. And when you click on it, it says mechanical error, like status unknown will update when available. So I guess during this busy holiday season, they must have either damaged it or lost it. I mean, maybe there's a chance they still have it and they're going to find it, but it doesn't sound good. Okay. Now, this has absolutely nothing to do with the game publisher or developer. They did their job. They paid for the shipping. They had it en route to me, and the shipping company apparently lost it. All right. So I have contacted the person who, set all this up and said, I'm not sure what you want to do. All right. They already have provided me the game code for the game so I could play the game. But I don't see the point of playing the game when the whole idea was to make it like a cool celebration. We unbox the collector's edition. We try the game. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to wait. I just reached out to them this morning. Okay. I'm going to see what they say. I don't know if they want to try again because it sounds to me like shipping isn't very reliable right now. I don't even know, like the collector's edition of this game, I don't know what it comes with. It might be big. I don't know. Okay. I went, again, this is a game I was interested in earlier in the year. And then I didn't follow up on it, so I don't even know, what this is. So anyway, it is what it is. So it's this simple, okay? It's on hiatus. Like originally I told you guys I was going to do an unboxing. We were going to play it on Friday. But what's the point? We don't have it now. Like I have the game code. I could play the game right now if I wanted to. But what's the point if we don't have the whole thing that ties in with it? The idea was to be, have this epic unboxing, look at all the cool stuff it comes with, play it and get a little hype for it and see if it's good, right? So I will let you know when I hear back from the company and go from there. It sucks that this happened. Obviously, here we are. We're getting all excited and this crap happens. But because this has happened, now opportunity has presented itself for an open stream. And we were talking this week about what we wanted to do for streams, and there was some uncertainty about tomorrow particularly. All right, today what are we doing? Today, after this podcast, we're doing Arc Raiders, and I'm very excited to do Arc Raiders. In fact, if you remember, I bought a microphone just to do the proximity chat in Arc Raiders. Here it is, the Blue Yeti. I bought an extra long USB cord, so now this actually reaches across my entire studio, and it fits nicely on my desk. So we should easily be able to do the proximity chat and everything today with Arc Raiders. It should be a great stream. I'm excited for it. I hope that you are too. It's been great. You guys have been teaching me the ins and outs of the game. We're doing fun drops and runs, and I'm looking forward to more advancement today. It should be a great interactive and chill time. You guys like it. I'm learning more about it. It's a win-win. Okay? Tonight on the late stream, we're doing an experimental stream. Chill with Phil, but not just sitting here and talking, but instead, we're going to jump onto Game Pass and Steam, and we're going to try a variety of games to see what sticks and works and what doesn't. So what does that mean? Well, for example, there's been a few games that have been popping up and coming out on Game Pass or just on Steam that I haven't played yet. We're looking for new games for the rotation. What do we want to play for the rest of December into January when there really aren't that many big new releases anymore? We're pretty much gotten through all of them. So what we're going to do tonight is experiment. We're going to try out games such as Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Routine, Power Wash Simulator 2. Those are just the three that come to mind. But I'm sure you guys are going to come up with more. And what I'd like to do for the next couple of nights is to experiment with a variety of games, play them for just a little bit to get a taste, and see, are these games that we are interested in actually making a full part of the schedule and trying to play through them? Or are these games that we're just going to play just a little bit of and then say, okay, never mind, we're not going to go back to them. So let's figure it out. Tonight, please come back on the late stream between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Hang out with me. I'll do some polling on the stream chats, and we'll figure out what you want to do first, and we'll try a couple of games tonight. We'll try a couple of games tomorrow night, and we'll see what works. Okay? Cool. Now, let's talk about the rest of the week. I'm still here tomorrow and Friday. In light of what just happened with this game that was en route and apparently isn't showing up now, or I should say this collector's edition of the game, what I like to do is instead continue to do the stuff that's working and you guys are liking for the day streams. So today is Arc Raiders. Tomorrow, the daytime stream will be Pokemon Legends ZA DLC debut. I will buy the DLC, I'll install it, and tomorrow on the daytime stream, Pokemon will continue. Yes, for a contribution, you'll be able to name and have a Pokemon in my party for tomorrow, and we will start the DLC content and see what it's all about. I legit don't know. We watched the trailer so long ago, I forgot all about it. So I'm interested in it. Okay, let's see what happens, and hopefully you guys will join me. If you'll like Pokemon, we'll do that as tomorrow's daytime stream. Okay? Cool. So again, if you're a Pokemon fan, you're in luck. We're going to do a major Pokemon stream tomorrow. Then on Friday, on the day stream, I think we'll do more Arc Raiders. That way we'll actually get a couple Arc Raider streams in this week. Hopefully I'll learn a lot. We'll get some good dedicated time in the game. I'll, be able to mess with more with the proximity chat and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll make some good advancements in the game and have some fun. So Arc Raiders, Pokemon, Arc Raiders. That's the day streams. Night streams, well, tonight it's the Chill with Phil experimenting with games. Tomorrow it's the Chill with Phil experimenting with games. What I'd like to do on Friday night for our final stream of the week is perhaps do a full stream of one of the games that we experimented with over the course of the next 2 nights and give it a go. So let's say we play 4 games. So we play two tonight, 2 tomorrow night. Pick one of those and actually do a major stream of it Friday night and see if it's any good, if it sticks and we can do it as a playthrough. Okay. Now I'm off from streaming on Saturday. That's my weekly day off. But when I come back on Sunday, what we're going to do is balance everything. Okay. So on Sunday, what I'd like to do is either do Arc Raiders or Pokemon as the daytime stream. We'll figure that out, which we want to do more. And then the night stream, I want to wrap up Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, in reality, it might not take that long. I think we only have 2 or 3 stages left, and we have to grind for star pieces to unlock the final stage, and then we're done with Super Mario Galaxy 2. So it may end up being a, hey, play that for an hour and then chill with Phil for the end of that stream, okay? But then next week, this is the big one, and this is the big experiment. This is a big question mark for me. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. What am I talking about? Well, a couple weeks ago, I revealed to all of you that one of my favorite games of this year that I did do a playthrough of, but sadly had to cut short, was called Clair Obscur Expedition 33. One of my favorite games of a long time, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Outstanding game that I loved, but it didn't really resonate well with my audience. My audience is not a heavy RPG audience, at least as of now. But the thing is, there's many newcomers now, probably hundreds to thousands of you that are now watching the content, whether it's live or behind the scenes, right? On demand. And when I expressed this to all of you a couple weeks ago, you were like, yeah, we'll watch Clair Obscur. We love Clair Obscur. Okay. I want to try Clair Obscur as a daytime stream next week, probably Monday. All right, so mark your calendars. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Monday of next week. I want to play it and see if people will show up, engage, and support Expedition 33. I will play Act 3, which is what I've wanted to do ever since I played the game much earlier this year. But again, at that point, my audience was not showing up for the streams at all. They were complaining constantly that they were not having a good time with it. And I basically said, well, I'm just going to play it to the end of the story. And then we're just going to, I guess, walk away from it. And if I ever have a situation where things turn around, maybe I have a week where things get epically good and I cannot have to worry about a couple streams being on the slower side, we'll come back to it. Well, I think now this might be the time to try it. I have some newer viewers who now are coming by and like the game. I hope that you guys would come by and hang out and support it if you could. All right. But it's an experiment. Admittedly, it's an experiment. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We may play it and it's slow again. People don't show up and it's just one of the slower streams. Like, well, at least we tried. I told you guys I would. And now it seems like it's definitely an absolute time to try stuff. So let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a shot. Again, I'm willing to give stuff a shot. I really am. Let's try it. Again, if it works, I'd be ecstatic. Not even exaggerating. I would be so ecstatic if people show up and actually hang out for Clair Obscur and we like the same game in this regard, because it was like, no lie, when I played Clair Obscur, it was like I was playing it for 10 people. It was the people who showed up didn't want to talk about the game, didn't want to pay attention, just wanted to complain that it was boring. And I'm like, why are you here? Like, why would you come to a stream where you know the streamer loves the game and then just crap on the game or complain the whole time, or even worse, be off topic? That's the worst. When you're playing a game, you're really enjoying it, and you look at your stream chat and no one's paying any attention to it. They're talking about all completely off topic stuff. You're like, oh man, because then it feels like, why am I even streaming? Right? I just turn the stream off if people aren't going to be here to enjoy what I'm doing, So we're going to give it a shot. All right. So we got some exciting few days. Multiple Arc Raider streams, Pokemon DLC premiering, trying out a good variety of games, trying to see which ones we want to try for a full stream on Friday night, and then concluding Mario Galaxy 2 and Clair Obscur. So we've got good stuff coming up, in the next couple of weeks. That's good stuff, okay? Excellent stuff. All right. Sadly, the toxic element persists. If you take a look at the chat, you'll see these idiots, Really. They come by and they're toxic every day. They say dumb crap. It's like, come on. Why? It's the holiday season and you have nothing better to do. No one wants you here. No one cares. All you're doing is wasting your time and everybody else's, but they really are no life losers. They sit in the chat and say stupid, toxic stuff. It's like, Pathetic. That's human existence. I want you to think about that. How many people today have no life? So all they do is sit terminally online on the internet, crapping on things because they have nothing better to do. It's pretty pathetic. Okay. So that's what's going on right now. Sadly, the whole idea of me playing this special game, the unboxing of a collector's edition, it's on hiatus until we find out what's going on. Am I actually going to get it, or is it actually lost? And we go from there. All right, there's a possibility I will still check out this game this month. Like I said, I have it. I have the code for it and everything. But, you know, what are you going to do? If the collector's edition didn't show up, that was kind of the whole point. So let's see what happens, and I'll give you guys a follow-up as soon as I hear. Okay? Cool. All right, moving on to our next topic. Folks, it's time for some unboxings because 2 devices have arrived. The final parts of my upgrades. After this, I'm done with upgrades for a while. I just want to settle in and use the stuff that I have and enjoy it and make great content with all of you every day. All right? So what do I got? Well, the final parts of my upgrades are all about audio. The quality of my microphone, the quality of the audio that I'm hearing when I play games, and being able to adjust audio easily and on the fly. Right now, I don't really have that capability. Meaning, let's say, for example, we're playing a game, and all of a sudden people are like, Phil, I don't understand. The game's really low. I'm like, well, I guess this game, for some particular reason, the volume's just low. I don't get it. To fix that right now, I have to go into OBS manually, into a giant menu, use my mouse to scroll through a whole bunch of audio sources, finally find the audio source that's for my capture device, and manually adjust it with a slider left and right, but using the mouse to click around and do all that. Takes a while. It's not easy to do. Okay, it's kind of fumbling about. All right? If all of a sudden I have to burp, okay, I have a couple options. Option number 1 is just turn away from the mic and burp in that direction. Option number 2 is I actually have a touch to mute feature where I could do this. And then I touch to unmute. The problem is it's awkward. Like, it's not easy to access. It's like over here on top, and I'm like, oh, I gotta reach it to push it, and sometimes I miss it. All right, it's not easy to do. So basically, to do stuff quickly with audio on the streams, it's just not quick. It's actually kind of annoying for me. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, this microphone is currently being used via USB, okay? But this is a high-end microphone. It actually has an XLR interface on the back. For those who don't know, XLR is the actual cable that all audiophiles use for microphones. In studios, recording artists, they use XLR. They do not use USB. This is an XLR cable. If you've never seen one, many people probably have not. Okay? Very different connection from USB. 3 metal prongs in there, and, it's basically higher quality than USB. Is it that much different? No, but it is better. I can attest to that because I actually used XLR for a decade. I did. And everyone said that my mic sounded pretty good for that decade that I used it, okay? So, last year, I upgraded my setup. And what I did is I bought a new microphone. I upgraded from this microphone that I had had for a decade. A decade I had the same mic. And I said, I'm going to upgrade it now, finally. And I bought this one, this Shure M7 Plus microphone. Okay, I think that's what it's called. Or is it MV7? It's like MV7 Plus or something like that. It says on the back. I'm blind as a bat these days. Like I said, I definitely need to get some glasses. These are my reading glasses. MV7 Plus. I was right. That's the name of the microphone, okay? So, it's a good mic. It is. It's not the highest grade, but it's a decent level mic. It wasn't cheap, okay? So, I'm using this good mic. The problem is I'm using it via USB. Now, there's pros and cons to using USB. The pros are there's all this software and all of these like tie-in things you can use to make it sound better. So right now I'm actually using the Shure software to do things like pop filtering. getting rid of environmental noise. It's actually deepening the sound of the microphone a bit to make it sound more natural, because if you don't have that, it actually sounds like way high pitched. Things like that, okay? So I have all these effects on. All right. Also, pretty RGBs. Do you see them? Do you see the pretty RGBs on the microphone? Not that they matter or add anything, but that's because it's a USB audio. Okay. So all these things are via USB. I started using this via USB about a year ago. I think it was like January of this year. I got the mic and I thought it sounded good. I really did. I thought it sounded great. And people start complaining on the stream. Oh, that sounds worse. So the microphone that I bought, that's way more expensive than the one that I bought a decade ago, sounds way worse than the one I was using for 10 years. And yes, Phil, your old mic sounded better. So I continued to tweak it over the year. I tried to make it better. By the end of the year, I think everyone's just used to it. But all year, nagging at me that people said XLR is better, and I'm using USB. So finally I said, well, what would enable me to use XLR? Well, I need to get a audio interface again. I used to have one. It was called like the Scarlett 2i. It was this little red box that you would plug the microphone into. It would convert it to USB, and then it would go to the PC, and it had all these little knobs that you could adjust the volume levels and stuff, right? So basically, I'm thinking about getting another audio interface, right? Now, in the meantime, when all this is happening this year, basically what happens is my old headphones break. So I had a pair of Corsair wireless gaming headphones, and they weren't the best, but they were good for what they were. I used these for a while, and what it is they would work with Windows Spatial Audio. For those who don't know, that is actually built into Windows. It's a program that allows you to simulate surround sound from any audio signal. So when I played a game like Call of Duty, I would put on my Corsairs, I would turn on Windows Spatial Audio, and I would actually get surround sound. Now, it wasn't the absolute best, but it was functional. Like, I could generally tell where people were coming from or whatever. Well, my Corsair headphones fell apart. Like, the ear cups actually, like, disintegrated and fell apart, and I'm like, time to get new ones, right? So earlier this year, I bought these, okay? These are Logitech Pro X. Let's see. Logitech Pro X2 Lightspeed wireless headphones. Why did I buy these? No exaggeration, because they were the only ones on Amazon with a decent review that said that they were wireless surround sound headphones. Okay? Not kidding. They're not very good. To be frank, the noise isolation is great. The bass is great. The surround sound effect is not good at all. All right? I turn it on. It claims it's on. I go to play games. It's stereo. I can barely hear anything around me. The Corsairs were better, okay? These don't work with Windows Spatial Audio. They only work with their own proprietary Logitech surround sound software, and it just doesn't work very well. I've tried it. I'm like, man, I'm disappointed with their performance. They're comfy. The battery life is great. The audio quality is great, but there's no surround sound, okay? So, in light of all of this, I have purchased a couple new things, okay? And I'd like to unbox them for you right now live. Okay? Cool. So, first off, I purchased a set of headphones. Now, you notice what I just said, a set of headphones. I did not say a set of wireless gamer headphones. All I said was a set of headphones. Because in reality, here is the truth about headphones, okay? Gamer headphones are a scam. I'm going to repeat what I just said because I want this to sink in. Many people don't understand. Gamer headphones are a scam, okay? What they'll do is they'll put a wireless battery in it. They'll give you a suite of software to use and claim that this makes the headphones better. In reality, the quality of headphones are dependent on the components within them, not the brand that's slapped on it, not the bells and whistles, not the RGBs on the side. It's the quality of the components inside of the headphones. That's what makes headphones great and sound good or bad, okay? Most gaming headphones are massively overpriced. They will advertise a ton of features that don't matter. They'll say there's a bunch of things that don't ever affect the audio quality of the headphones, okay? I know this because I have had so many headphones over the years. When I first started streaming, I had a pair of Turtle Beach, I had a pair of Triton, and I had a pair of Astro A40s. 3 different gamer headphones. They all sounded different. They all broke. Okay? I bought a pair of headphones that were not gamer headphones. They were Sennheisers. They were bar none, hands down, the best sounding pair of headphones I've ever owned in my life. They had deep bass, they had really nice treble, voices were incredibly clear, and when hooked up to a system that supported surround sound, they gave you real surround sound. Well, it's simulated technically, but you could hear things all around you. They were absolutely the best, and they were not gamer headphones. They're standard headphones. Okay? So, if you really want good headphones, here's what you need to do. You buy a good audio interface, and then you buy good standard headphones. And you do that. You don't go with the headphones that have the built-in microphone because those suck ass anyway. You would literally never actually want to get a built-in mic. You want a mic that's sitting on your desk that's a good quality mic. Why would you want to use a little built-in shitty mic in a headset? It sounds like ass. Okay? You'll want a pair of headphones that's actually built to give you good audio, rather than a pair of headphones that's built to look fancy and have RGBs and beep and bloop and have a battery in it. Fuck all that. So I bought a pair of headphones. I did a little bit of research. I was trying to figure out like what's good right now. Now, here's the thing. I am never going to spend a ton of money on headphones again. The reason being, I mentioned the Sennheisers to you, right? The Sennheiser headphones I bought a decade ago cost me over $300. They were insanely comfortable and sounded great. They broke within 8 months. What happened? One of the ear cups just died. And no matter what I did, it wouldn't work again. And I'm like, you know what it is? Even the quality headphones today, they sound great, but they're not built to last. Most technology of today, they want it to die within 2-3 years, so you have to buy another one. In this case, these fuckers broke within 8 months. And I was like, that's ridiculous. So I didn't want to spend an insane amount of money on the new headphones. But at the same time, I didn't want to just, spend a few bucks. I kind of went middle of the road. I actually looked for a pair of headphones that's reviewed very well, but is a good value for the dollar. And seeing what was available, I got a pair of headphones. I hope they're good. Again, I haven't used them yet. I got these right here. Okay, these are the Audio-Technica ATH M30X headphones. This is just a wired set of headphones. No speaker built in, no microphone built in, no fancy bells and whistles, no RGBs, no battery. It's all powered by a standard 3.5 millimeter jack cord, okay? But the reviews that I saw on this essentially said that compared with even high-end headphones, for example, they were bringing up Bose and those that it sounded very similar. It had deep bass. It had really good voice recognition. So you're listening to dialogue in a movie or you're listening to someone talk. It sounded amazing, like they were standing right there next to you. Okay? They're also not all ultra expensive. Okay? I want to say these were $80 as opposed to a $300 pair of headphones. All right? Now, I've never had Audio-Technicas before. So this is an experiment. If these end up sucking ass, then I can get another pair. But I wanted to give it a shot. I've heard good things about the brand. And again, they weren't breaking the bank, and the reviews were great. So we're going to give it a go. I don't know if they'll be good or not, but we're going to try it. Okay? There you go. Let's take a look at them. All right, let's unbox them here live. Like I said, it's very basic. All it is, it's the headphones, headphone wire, and a pouch. Nothing else. You notice it doesn't say, fancy nonsense features, because real headphones don't need that crap. That no one cares about that. That's why, they're not gamer headphones. Okay. So go. Whole bunch of documentation I'll never use. It looks like this slides open like this. This just comes right off the top. And here they are. Here's your headphone wire. Here's your pouch. Okay? Put all this back in. Okay. All right, let's take a look at them. They're very lightweight. That's good. Plastic all over them. Come on off. Okay. So the way that these are designed is that they easily go on the head, but then they can fold for storage. Like they're supposed to be very easy storage headphones. See? But in addition to that, they're called studio monitor headphones. What that means, okay, is that you can flip them and you can actually listen to them like this. So I could have these on the desk, and if I want to hear something quick, I could just grab them and flip it and listen like that, as opposed to having to actually put them on my head. Okay. They also are supposed to be noise canceling. They appear to have the noise canceling, cushion there. That's left, that's right. It says L and R right there. Right? That's left and right. Again, I need my glasses. I'm blind. I can't see anything up close anymore. Let's see. L and R. Here we go. So headphone cord is on the left, which is actually good because when I'm gaming, they'll be on like this, and I want the cord to be on the left-hand side to plug into the audio interface. That's good. Also, the cord is permanently attached. It can't pop out and disconnect. Like, remember these Logitechs I was showing you yesterday or 2 days ago? The cord doesn't even stay in. Well, these are permanently attached. That cord ain't going anywhere. Looks like it's pretty decent length cord. And it has an adapter on it. For those who want to do that ginormous headphone jack that goes into stereos and the like, they give you that ginormous adapter, but it also has the standard 3.5 millimeter cable. Okay. I'm going to try them on. I want to see how they actually feel. If I do some adjustments, maybe to make them fit my ginormous cranium. Let's see. Yeah, see, I need to adjust. There we go. There we go. Okay. Pretty comfy. Very lightweight. I like how lightweight they are because these have heft to them because there's the stupid wireless battery built in. And therefore, because of that, they're kind of heavy on the head. In addition, oh my goodness, the noise cancellation is great. Like the noise cancellation, I don't really hear anything. It's almost silent. I'm not even kidding. Like these are way better noise canceling than these were. So that's excellent. That's just an improvement to the technology right there. I think it's because it's a bigger ear cup. You see how much bigger that was compared to the smaller size ear cup of the Logitech? These are actually a bigger ear cup. So that's probably why. Okay. Well, so far, so good. Sounds good to me. It does. So I'm excited to try them. Now, the thing is, how can I try them? Well, right now, I actually can't. I don't have anything to try them with, right? Here we go. We've got the bag. Let's see what kind of a bag this thing comes with. Probably nothing special. It's like leather, like fake leather. Yeah, it really is like a fake leather bag. That's funny. All right. I don't know if I'll use it because I'm probably just going to store them right here. I'm probably going to replace these Logitechs with these right now. Let's see. Bring these heavy ones. Oh. Okay. So there you go. There's my new headphones, which I'll be trying out hopefully this week. We'll see. Okay. Cool. I don't think I'll ever use this. Like, who uses this giant headphone jack anymore for anything? Almost, probably only just musicians. That's about it, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing, and this is actually the big thing. All these bags I got to throw out here. The audio interface. Here it is, the Roland Bridgecast Dual Bus Gaming Mixer. What is an audio interface? An audio interface is a device that allows you to take in audio from multiple sources, mix it, convert it, and put it into your PC. In addition, an audio interface is something that allows you to take audio from multiple sources from your PC, mix it, and output it in certain ways. Okay? So this is going to do basically many things for me. Number one, it's going to allow me to adjust volume levels on the fly. If I want to adjust the level of my headphones, if I want to adjust the level of the volume on the stream, like the game volume or something like that, if I want to mute my microphone, add a tab, that's what this will do. In addition, this is going to add all kinds of effects. So I can actually have the pitch of my voice go up and down with a knob. I can mess around and do silly effects and things like that. In addition, this is going to allow me to use the XLR functionality of my Shure microphone instead of USB. And lastly, this comes with a software suite that allows you to take an audio source that's on your PC and run it through surround sound and basically turn it into a 5.1 surround sound signal that then can output to headphones into this and give you surround sound. So the idea is that I'm going to get audio from my gaming PC. It's going to go into my PC through OBS. The signal will then go into the software that this comes from or comes with. It'll turn it into virtual surround, and that will output to these new headphones. So now when I play games like Arc Raiders, I'll actually be able to hear the direction that people are coming from. Okay? That's the idea. Now, it's a great thing, however. How easy will it be to implement? How easy will it be to set up? I have no idea. I've never done anything like this before. The last audio interface that I had, okay, was basically the Scarlett 2i, and the only thing I ever used it for, ever in history for a decade, was to have my mic plugged into it and get it into the PC. That was it. I never actually used any of the features of that interface. I never even used software for it. Even though it came with it, I ignored it. I just had it go in. That was it. In this case, I'm actually going to try to use many of the features that are available in the Roland Bridgecast. Okay? Let's take a look at it. Okay? Of course, it has to have an annoying sticker on it, and I don't have my knife here. I probably should bring my knife over and just keep it at this table, so that way when I need to use it to open things, I have it. So give me 1 second. Let me go grab my knife here. Okay, yeah, since now this new desk is my new setup, I'm not using that desk over there on the other side of the room anymore. I should have all my stuff here, my knives and everything that I need to use for stuff. And I actually have the bag from the Logitech headphones here. And I'm just going to go ahead and bag them up. I'm not going to use them anymore. I probably should get the wireless adapter out of my computer too. The USB adapter, I should say. Put that in there. Here's the headphone cable for them. There we go. Get these out of the way. Retiring the Logitechs for now. May bring them back in the future for something. I don't know what. Okay. So. Go. Oh, very artistic and fancy. They had to show the 4 colored dials right here on the box. Printed on there. Yeah. So as I suspected, there's an app for it. Yes, there's a Roland app that you can put on your phone And apparently that's going to allow you to get like a jump start. It's going to explain the features and everything of your Roland Bridgecast. I'm not shocked. Everything has an app now. I believe these are all the accessories. It comes with wires and stuff. We'll look at that in a second because I actually don't know what wires it comes with. Okay, here it is. I actually had no idea how big it actually was. Let's see. I don't know how big this sucker really is. It's nice. Form factor here. Here it is. The Roland Bridgecast. Pretty cool looking. Taking a look initially at what's on there. Mic effects on or off. So I guess there's a button just to do that. You can preset microphone effects through their software, and clicking that button enables them or disables them. There's a pitch dial, meaning I think you can adjust the pitch of your voice through your microphone just by using that dial. There's a formant dial. I don't even know what that means. Formant? What is the word? What does formant mean? I'm sure it's some audiophile word. I don't know what that means. Formant? I don't know. What else do we got? We've got the different inputs. So one for mic, one for auxiliary, one for chat, one for game. So what I'm assuming, mic is going to be obviously your microphone volume, which you can adjust on the fly. And maybe what these are, the push to mute. It is the mute button. These are your mute buttons. So let's say, oh, I'm about to sneeze or cough. Press the mute button. And then unmute. See? So that's what those buttons are for on the bottom down there. Okay? And then each one has an individual volume dial, obviously. Aux would be any kind of auxiliary audio in, because this thing can take alternate audio from, for example, your phone. You could plug your phone in here. All right? Or you could plug a USB device. I guess what they were saying is if you wanted to take audio from your game console into here rather than into your capture device, which obviously I'm probably just going to use my capture device for the audio, not this. But yeah, you could do that and have it go in there. Chat. This I'm probably never going to use, but chat is to essentially control the levels if you were using a chat client, for example, Discord, or if you had a chat client that was built, say, into a game you're playing. So that's supposed to allow you to select it and adjust the volume of the chat on the fly on the stream. And then, of course, your game volume, which, again, I might really use that because if we're playing a game and the game is way too loud or way too low because game volumes don't have a set level, I could just use that to adjust the game volume on the fly live on the stream. And actually, what's nice about this, it clicks. It's actually clicky. It's not smooth. It's like 1, 2, 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3 clicks. And what'll happen is the lights will light up or down depending on how many clicks. So I'll be able to adjust this on the fly. Now, there's different volume levels here. I see stream, line out, phones. So that's nice because that means on the fly, I can adjust my headphone volume as opposed to having to, again, adjust stuff like that through the PC, which I used to have to do. It's just going to do it all for me. Okay. And then there's a button here that says mix link. And then there's another button that says stream, mix, or personal mix. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means, that through their software, there's going to be 2 different mixes of audio. And you could have one for that the stream hears and one that you hear. Maybe that's what it is. The stream will be hearing one personal mix and you'll be hearing a different mix. I don't know. Now, I don't know how it's implemented. However, when I was buying this, it did mention that when you buy this Roland device, you get access to their royalty-free music library. Meaning that they have a library of music that you can use in your content and on your streams free of charge, and you don't have to pay anything to use it, and they won't essentially come after you for the use of the music. Now, I'm on the fence about this, and here's why I'm on the fence about it. Years ago, I had a partnership with Machinima when they existed. They don't exist anymore. They went out of business, okay? But when I was partnered with Machinima, they also offered a library of royalty-free music, okay? I used it. I used it in my videos. A lot of the edited content that I did over the years, game reviews, countdowns, I used this music in it. But here's what happened. After a while, Machinima went out of business, the partnership that they had with that royalty-free music company ended, and all of a sudden, anyone on YouTube who ever used the music had their videos claimed via Content ID and lost the rights to make money on any of those videos. So I want you to think about this. You make a 20 to 30-minute game review, tons of work put into it, blood, sweat, tears, editing. You use this music, you put it out, it makes 10, 20, 30, 40,000 views. You make bank on it. Oh, this is good. I made like $100 on this video. This is excellent, right? And then someone steals it from you because you used a song in it. Yeah, that's essentially what happened to anyone who used that music, okay? So, in regards to using royalty-free music, I'm still very skeptical to this day that it won't last, the partnership will end, and I'll lose all my content's rights, basically. Not the content will be gone, just I don't make any money on it anymore. So, I'm on the fence about it, but I'll look into it. Okay, I will. I'll look into it, and I'll see what's available. As for inputs on the back, it's got a power input because it actually uses a USB to power socket. So that's how you power it. It has a USB port that goes to your PC. And then it actually has this thing that you could have it go console, mobile, or PC. Well, it's going to be PC for me. Line out. So obviously, line out is if you want to have a pass-through to go to another device. You could do that. It also has aux in. So this is how you do auxiliary audio in. If you want to capture, say, audio from your phone or another device like that that uses a 3.5 millimeter jack. Here's your XLR headphone jack for my headphones that I'm going to use, and standard phone and headset. So basically, that's going to be XLR for my mic. Excuse me, I said headphones. So that's going to be the XLR input for my mic. This is going to be my headphones. Okay? So, yeah, this is going to allow me to have XLR mic quality, use my headphones and get surround sound through their software. Okay? It's going to go to my PC. It's going to get all the audio out of there and powered right there. So there you go. That is the device. Form fit wise here. Let's see. It does fit right in front of me here, but may have an issue because when I'm maneuvering my monitor around on its new monitor arm, sometimes I have to like pull it close to me and then push it back. And right now, there's zero maneuverability available here. So in reality, once this thing is really set up, I might have to put it like here, like at an angle here. Like right here between the two, like at the corner of the desk, might be the best place to put it, like right here. Because then the headphones will go right here. The microphone cable will be right there. Yeah, this might actually be the better spot for it. And it's easy to reach here too. I can adjust everything on the fly. I can turn on silly voice effects by hitting the button or whatever. So this might be the better spot for it. Okay. Looks like a good device. Now, what did it come with? I'm going to assume it came with a power adapter. I hope. Let's find out. So this is just a USB-C to C cable, and it's pretty darn short. Now, knowing that this thing uses USB-C, I actually bought a lengthy USB-C cable, so I could have this go all the way to my PC down on the floor over there, and it'll reach. This cable looks like a standard maybe 3-4 footer, maybe 5, but it's not very long. And then what do we got here? Well, this is a USB like A to C cable. So this thing did not come with a power adapter, for real. I think I have an extra. I'm almost positive that I have an extra. But that's, I'm going to be honest, that's kind of stupid. It doesn't come with its own power adapter to plug it in. It just comes with a USB-C to C and an A to C, but it doesn't come with the power adapter. I'm actually kind of speechless about that. They didn't give it the power thing to plug it in. I'm just, no, it doesn't get power from the PC. It does not. It actually says right on it, on the box and everything, This port here is its power port, and it requires a adapter to plug into a socket. It does not use PC power to run. You need to have its own power, a separate power adapter to get it to work. It said it right on the documentation. So, yeah, I think it says 5 volts. 5 volts. And I'm pretty sure I have one, an extra one, from like phone charging and stuff. In fact, hold on one second. Look at that. I magically teleported it into my hand through my psychic powers. No, it was in the bedroom. Yeah, I have a spare. This is an Energizer brand one. But, yeah, I have one, luckily. And I'm pretty sure this is 5 volts. And I actually have another one, too. But that one's in my closet. I just put it away. But well, it says the wattage. I don't know if it says the volts. 5 volts. It says it right there. 5 volts. Overall, 5 volts. So this one is USB-C. So in this case, I will use the USB-C to C cable, plug it in there, plug that into the back of that thing, and have that run right here. I have a power strip that I have, a new one, to plug all this new stuff in, like my monitors and everything. And it's right there, and it's just going to go right there. So problem solved, but I will be honest, that's a criticism I have. If you're going to sell a device, give it everything it needs. They did not put the power adapter in there. They should. There should be a power adapter with that thing. I don't know why there isn't, but luckily I have extras. Okay? People are saying all USB-C is actually 5 volts. All right, well, there you go. I wouldn't know that. All right. So we are good to go. Okay? Good to go. Ready to go with this thing. I would use it literally right now, but the thing is, it needs to have software. And it even has, like I said, it has here, it says scans. It says here, scan here. This will get you to the software website where you can tweak the software. Because I want to have the effects. I want to have the surround sound enabled for the headphones. I got to have filters because now this XLR mic is going to have no filters on it. You're going to hear environmental noise. You're going to hear all that crap again. So I need time to work on that. And I don't have time right now. Okay, to be honest, I wish I did, but I just don't. So what I'm going to do is put all this to the side over here. All right, so when I have time, which I don't know when I'm going to have time, probably not today, to be honest with all of you. I wish I would have time today, but I don't think I'm going to have any time today to work on that, to mess with the software or whatever. So I'm basically going to have to wait until I have time and mess with the software. There's going to be a lot of tweaking and testing, I'm sure, to get the audio levels correct with the filters and everything. But that will hopefully be in effect either by the end of this week or early next week. Because like I said, we're going to be starting to play Arc Raiders regularly, and I want to have surround sound for that. So it's a good-looking device. I think it's going to be implemented well once I get it working, but it's not something that I can immediately plug in and use today because it's going to need all this tweaking and adjusting with the software, okay? But it's coming. It'll definitely be en route, okay? All right, well, that's the unboxing, folks. And again, as I've told you guys, that is finally the last piece of the puzzle when it comes to my setup. I can't even think of anything else. Like I was thinking, what else could I possibly upgrade? Everything is new. The microphone, the chair, I got an audio interface. We got new monitors, right? PCs are great for it now. Like everything, what could I even tweak anymore? The only thing that I can think of is you guys have said VR, but I'm not sold on VR, and VR is going to be a pricey upgrade. Let's enjoy the stuff that I have now. And then maybe long term, we look into the possibility of VR or something like that. I'm not going to be dabbling with VR right now. I think that's something for the future. It's a maybe, but not necessarily a, gung-ho yes or anything like that. Okay? All right. User did a $2 super chat. Says, you have the filter on mic 8-inch mode sounds horrid. Thanks for $2. I have absolutely no idea what you just said. Perhaps you'd like to rephrase in the form of English. Thank you for $2. Okay. I'm just reading what it said. Okay. All right. We have one more thing I'd like to do on the show today, and then we're just going to do some Q&A to end the show. All right, before we get to Arc Raiders, because Arc Raiders is the major focus of today's stream. Okay. So what I would like to do is check something out that just launched this morning. If you're not aware, this is available for everyone. If you want to check it out for yourself, here it is. It's a little something they call the PlayStation 2025. What happened to the camera? Why is the camera off? Hold on. 1 second. The camera's not angled at me properly. Let me fix this. Yeah, what happened? The camera twisted itself? It did. I have no idea what caused it to twist itself. Oh, you know what it is? It's loose. My camera is loose. That's what's going on. Okay, hold on. My camera is loose, and I'm going to have to tighten it. So it basically doesn't do this. Give me 1 second. Okay, slight technical difficulties, but now we're back. Okay, so there is something called the PlayStation 2025 wrap-up. It just launched this morning. What it is it recaps what you've been doing on PlayStation for the last year. What's interesting about this for me is that before this year, I was primarily a console gamer for over a decade. But then this year I became a PC gamer, and I've been playing a ridiculous amount of PC games. So there may not be a lot here. In fact, I wouldn't even be shocked, all right, at all, if I click on here and it's like, oh, like fighting games are actually what's like the top thing, right? I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, the audio you're hearing is there's landscapers outside. When I talk, you can hear the landscapers in the background, but they're walking by my house. That's all that is. Okay, so let's take a look at the Dark Side Phil PlayStation wrap-up 2025. Here we go. So, my top 4 games of the year, interesting. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I played for 45 hours on PlayStation 5. Well, PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I played for 26 hours. Now, the important thing to note about that is that was a game that I played both on PC and on PlayStation. I actually rotated back and forth depending on how many people were playing on each platform. Okay? So even though there's 26 hours there, in reality, I probably played a lot more because I also probably played that or more on PS5. Or, on PC. Okay? Dino Crisis, which I played for 10 hours. That was early this year. We did a full playthrough of it, and it's a very short game. And then Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I only played for a measly 9 hours because the game sucked so bad. I was so bored. I didn't want to play it anymore, and I dropped it like a hot rock. Okay? What the? It logged me out. Are you kidding me? Why does it say sign it? Hold on a second, everybody. It logged me out. What a dumb piece of garbage. 1 second when I log myself back in because their service is terrible. Try again. Okay. Let's go back. Morons. Morons. Okay. It says, your gaming style is a thrill seeker. You spent 71% of your game time exploring worlds and conquering challenges that made every adventure unforgettable. Well, yeah, I played 4 games, and I played most of it on Death Stranding 2. I played for 90 overall hours on PlayStation 5 all year long. Okay? 40 play sessions, only 4 games played. Your favorite controller was the Chroma Indigo. So they even track the type of controller that you're using when you're playing PlayStation 5. What's funny is that even my active controller now? I guess it is. It must be, right? Because I don't have another one. That must be the one that I'm actually using, but I played so little, I don't even remember, right? Okay. Thanks for being a member. You've been a PS Plus member for 14.8 years. At one point, I canceled it, but then I had to turn it back on because I wanted to play fighting games online. Now I realize I might just cancel it again. Like, I'm not really actively using it for anything. So, and by the way, here's the games they're recommending: Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Fallout 4, Skyrim, Silent Hill 2, Hogwarts Legacy, and Last of Us Part 1. 5 of which I've already played through and own, and one of which I would probably never play. So, 43 trophies were earned this year, 4 silver, 39 bronze. I only got 1 trophy level up. They're actually showing some of the ones that I got here. What's funny is, this is hilarious. It says, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 in June, play CVS 2 for the first time. The thumbnail is not CVS 2. That is, Rival Schools United by Fate. So they're showing the wrong game on the thumbnail, which is kind of funny. These, I believe, actually give you the scene that was playing when this happened in the game, I think. So there you go. Social stats. This is hilarious. Let's see how active we were online and with friends. 0. Nothing. 0. What a year. Here's your final score. Death Stranding 2, your top game. You redeemed. Oh, good. Who wants to steal my PlayStation avatar that they idiotically put on the screen without hiding it? That's hilarious, is it not? I don't care. I'm not going to use it. But that's pretty funny that here we are in 2025 and these morons who make this stuff aren't smart enough to know that people stream it and that now someone would immediately steal your avatar if you wanted it, right? I mean, that's insanely stupid by Sony. It's not just Sony. Xbox did it earlier this year, too. They had something that just popped up on the screen like that. I'm like, what are you, fucking stupid? Anyone's going to steal that. Morons. What's coming next year? Oh, Marathon? I can't wait to play Marathon next year. That's going to be a hit, right? Anyway, so that's it. That's the recap for PlayStation. As you can see, not the most exciting thing for me because I don't use PlayStation anymore. There were so few things that I needed to use on PlayStation, but, next year we're going to have a game like Wolverine, perhaps. Saros, I believe, also is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. But I don't know about any of these others, like Pragmata. I don't think that's a PlayStation exclusive, right? So, there you go. Anyway. Give me a sec to adjust this lighting because now the thing is so bright in my face. Okay, so they are estimating that the Steam wrap-up will probably be next week. They're thinking around the 18th of December is when Steam will do their big wrap-up. And I think that Xbox on Game Pass also does one. Those will be way more interesting than the PlayStation wrap-up, okay? But it's just funny because last year, it was all like PlayStation. And now it's PC. It kind of flipped because now I'm doing PC 99% of the time. Okay. So there you go. All right. So there you have it, folks. That's what I got for you for the show today. I hope you enjoyed the unboxings. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. The schedule change. I'm happy that we're going to be doing the Pokemon DLC tomorrow. And we're going to be doing 2 streams of our creators. That's good news. All right. What I would say now is, what would you like you guys to do? Would you want to do some Q&A? I would say let's do some Q&A where you guys talk to me in the chat, and then we'll go back and forth for a little bit. Thanks to those who supported the stream early. I appreciate those that did. If you're excited for more ARC Raiders today, please support the stream, okay, in any way that you can. Thank you for in advance. All right. What would you guys like to chat about this morning? No, we're not playing Mountain Blade Bannerlord. You can stop asking. I'm not interested in it. What do I think of Black Ops 7? It's awful. It's one of the worst Call of Duties ever made. Insanely low effort, full of ridiculous bugs and things that never should have been in the game, like it unselecting your matchmaking preferences when you're looking for a game online is ludicrous. Horrible hit detection, insanely abusable, probably has the most hackers ever in any Call of Duty. It's a piece of dog shit. Both of my webcams are InstaLink webcams. The company is Insta360. And this one is the Link 2. And this one, I think, is just called the Link. This is like their older model over here. And then this one here is their current newer model. Okay. That's the level, that's the webcams I use. Did the Bridgecast come with an XLR cable? No, I bought an XLR cable. It did not come with that. You saw the cables it came with, a USB-C to C and a USB-A to C. Those are the two cables it came with. I separately bought an XLR cable to use with my microphone to go to it. Yes, I did see that. Helixification says, did you see Activision has come to their bloated senses about never releasing the same title games year after year? Thoughts? If you don't know what Helixification is talking about, Activision made the announcement yesterday. They will no longer do back-to-back years of the same game. So, for example, they're not going to do Modern Warfare 2, then Modern Warfare 3 the next year. They're not going to do Black Ops 6, then Black Ops 7 the next year. At the very least, they're going to alternate. Okay? And they basically cited two reasons. Number one, basically it's not, how can I say? It's not enough original content. If they're doing back-to-back, it's too samey. And number two, quality control issues. And I mean, I'll admit, no exaggeration, this year playing Black Ops 7, I boot up the beta. I go to my loadout. I click on the loadout screen and it freezes and doesn't save. I have to back out of the loadout screen, go back into the loadout screen, make one change, back out of the loadout screen, go back into the loadout screen, click on another change, back out of the loadout screen, get back in. It's buggy shit. Like I said, the final game, not even the beta anymore, the final game, you go to matchmake, you select, oh, I want team deathmatch, kill confirmed, and domination, matchmake, and it finds you all the other matches, not the three you selected. This is like Dev 101. They forgot how to even develop basic parts of their games. They're so busy copy pasting and using AI and shit. They don't even have like intelligent humans overseeing their projects anymore. They're pumping out dog shit and selling it like real games. It's not. Black Ops 7 is not a real game. It's not. It's AI dog shit. It's just a game that they regurgitated other content from the past, put skins over it, and acted like it was new. It's not new. It's a barely functional piece of garbage. It's horrible hit detection. People who are abusing it left, right, up, and down to get kill streaks. Did you see the kill cam last time I played? The guy has a sniper rifle. He's literally doing this. As he's lifting the gun, it's instantly shooting people and insta-killing them. He never looks through the sight. He's just going like this, and the gun is killing people before he raises it. And he's killing everyone. He had 7 kills in a row like that. That was play of the game. Do you think that was legit? That's the game. So they fucked it up bad, like really bad. And they need to actually make up for these mistakes with this next one, whatever it's going to be. They need to pump out a really good Call of Duty because now they're starting to get actual competition. Battlefield is a great game. Battlefield 6. Now, it's not my cup of tea. Admittedly, it's just not. It's not for me. But Battlefield 6 is a fine game for people who like team-based combat. And these companies now are going to start to develop things to compete that are actually going to make money. And Call of Duty is going to start on a big decline unless they try. And that's been the thing. They haven't had to try at all because there's been no competition, but competition breeds, excuse me, improvement. When you actually have people trying to get that market share from you, you have to try. You have to actually have innovation. And Call of Duty has not had that for a very long time. Flav Furt just did a $5 Canadian super chat. Let's see what that converts to first off. $3.62. Thank you, Flav Furt. What do you think about WB being bought by Netflix? You're a former movies guy. Well, here's the thing. First of all, everyone jumped the gun on this because WB has not been purchased by Netflix. Netflix is attempting to purchase WB, but there's all these regulatory bodies that have to look at the deal and approve it. And already there's competition. Like, for example, I think, is it Paramount? I think it's Paramount. They're trying to counter the Netflix offer and say, we want WB. Okay. So it's not a done deal yet. Okay. But there's definitely a lot of interest, and it might happen. It could happen. Okay. Now, the reason that people are freaking out about this is two reasons, actually. Number one, no one really likes current Netflix anymore. All right. At one point, everyone liked Netflix. They said, wow, what a value for the dollar. It's less than $10 a month. You get instant access over the internet to so many shows, movies, and content, original series. It's a great value for the dollar. It's excellent, right? But what ended up happening was basically Netflix has changed worse and worse and worse every year. The prices go up, but they offer no added value. They claim the prices go up because, we have so much more original content. But if you actually look at the body of content they're offering, they're not offering so many more additional new shows or movies than they used to. They just want to charge you more money for the same level of content, you see? They spin it like it's a positive, like, we're adding new stuff because we're asking for more money, but they're actually not giving you any added value whatsoever. They're lying, all right? They're getting greedier and greedier. The content that they're putting out there has been political. I hate to say it, but it's true. If you look at the content on Netflix, they're putting out a lot of very polarized cultural, political content. A lot of people don't like that. Why can't it be neutral rather than leaning one way? Why is Hollywood leaning one way, right? There's a lot of things about Netflix people aren't liking these days, okay? But then in addition to all of that, there's the Netflix model. You don't know, when Netflix has a TV show that they put out, they don't actually usually put it out. What they'll do is they'll be like, we're going to release 2 episodes here, 3 episodes here, have a hiatus, come back after a few months, have a few episodes here, and then the finale here. What? No. If there's a show out, I want to see it. They literally just did it with Stranger Things. 4 episodes have been released in November. Apparently, another slew of episodes are being released on Christmas. And then the final finale episode will be released on New Year's Day. No! Just release the goddamn show. What are you doing? You're building artificial hype. It's stupid. It's a horrible model, but they control the content so they can do that. Okay? Everyone hates this model. It's like release it all or have a set schedule that's coming out. Don't have it be this drip feed nonsense, right? We don't like that. In addition, Netflix does actually make quite a bit of high-level content when it comes to, Hollywood quality movies, but they leave them limited to the platform, meaning they never have a theater run. So imagine them making a giant, big-budget, huge movie that you can only ever watch on your phone. You can never go to the theater and experience it in a big screen, surround sound, IMAX. Instead, I'm going to watch it now. You see? So people don't like that. They get upset. I want to see it in the movies. Why don't you release Netflix content to actually go to the movies? I want to see the cinema version of this movie. There is no cinema version of this movie. You're screwed. Okay? So, yeah, a lot of people don't like the Netflix model. That's the first reason why people are upset about buying WB. If they buy WB, you're now talking, think about this, all the content that Warner Brothers owns, including everything on HBO, okay, is now owned by Netflix. You're talking all of DC. And we're not just talking, the DC movies. We're talking DC TV shows. We're talking the games. All of it is now owned by Netflix. And what some people are arguing is not only are you going to force that content to be only on demand on your phones or whatever, but also, isn't this creating kind of a monopoly? Wouldn't this be a humongous conglomerate of content now under the umbrella of Netflix? I have a hard time actually agreeing with that sentiment. Here's why. We have Disney Plus, and Disney Plus is all the Disney content, all the Star Wars content, all the Marvel Studios content, all under one umbrella. That, in my opinion, is a mega conglomerate. And if that is already allowed to exist, I honestly don't see what the problem is with having Netflix own Warner Brothers. That's my take. But you can disagree, and that's okay. But that seems to be the problem that people are, oh, it's too much of a monopoly. Well, it's really not when you think about it, because you already have a giant competitor over here, and it's probably why they're trying to do another giant competitor over here, because they feel like they can't compete. I mean, HBO Max, whatever you want to call it, has tried it to survive on its own and hasn't done as well as they'd hoped. So maybe combining it with Netflix, that's the 1-2 punch you need to become the go-to destination for on-demand content, or not, because you got all the content on Disney Plus that's not on there. Maybe now you'll have 2 big dogs, because there are other things out there. There is Amazon Video, there is Apple Video, there's Paramount Plus, there's, you know what I'm saying? There's more, but they're all more small time compared to these that big one. Like definitely Disney Plus is the biggest one. So I don't know. I could see it going both ways. Like I could see this actually improving content and being better, and I could see this going the wrong way and actually sucking. You don't know what's going to happen. You just don't. But I guess what you got to do is you got to look at the track record. And Netflix, sadly, has been on a downward trend. It has not been, oh, more people like Netflix and are getting it and want it. It's more like, no, Netflix, the prices are going up. The quality is going down. People are upset with the performance of Netflix. And now Netflix is going to buy another company, and they're going to be under that same umbrella. People aren't going to be too happy about that. So there you go. Dave thinks that Paramount's the better choice to buy Warner Brothers. I don't think people like Paramount too much these days either. I think there's reasons to kind of hate everybody right now. Okay? Did I hear about the Leon Kennedy leak for Resident Evil 9? Apparently, if you pre-order the game on PS5, the PS Store shows a download splash with the game's cover featuring Leon's face. Didn't we already know this? Wasn't it already stated and leaked that Leon is going to be one of the main characters of the game? Just that we didn't have any art or pictures of it yet, but now, I mean, I thought we already knew that. I had heard that.
What's the matter?
Pepe just did a $5 super chat and says, this is to piss off your miserable trolls.
Stolen credit card.
Well, thank you, Pepe, for the $5. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for supporting the content. And thank you for making the trolls miserable during the festive holiday season. Very nice. Real talk, I hope you all enjoyed the podcast today. I had a great time with it. I know that, it was all over the place today. We had a million different topics to talk about, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm curious. If I plug this guy in, this Roland device, will it light up? I want to see what it looks like, because it has all these different colors and stuff. I just want to see what it looks like. I don't know if it'll work without being plugged into the PC, though. When am I gonna play the new SpongeBob game? We didn't discuss that. I wasn't aware anyone wanted me to play the new SpongeBob game. This thing lit up like a Christmas tree. Yo, this thing is bright as shit. Do you want to see it? Look at all the lights on this sucker. It's got like a million colors. It's all bright and shit. It's like pulsating light. Like, oh my God. Wow. It's neat. I can't wait to mess with it and get it working. Pretty cool. Yeah, it lit up nicely, but I can't mess with it now. Damn it. It's like, yeah, I want to play with it right now. I want to play with my new toy. I can't. I don't have time. We got to stream. And then later today, I got to do a whole bunch of shit between the streams too. I'm probably not going to have any time to work on this today. It's going to have to wait. It's going to have to wait till I have extra time at some point to come in here and mess with it, and that's just not today. Looks nice, though. I wonder if you can lower the light. The lighting is quite bright. So I wonder once it plugs into the PC with the software, if there's a way to like change the lighting levels, because it is pretty bright. And I wonder if that's going to be distracting because it is so bright. Okay. No, I know it's plug and play, but then you don't have any adjustments. Like, for example, right now, I could plug this in USB-C to my PC. I could plug my microphone into it via XLR. It'll work, but they'll have no filters at all. So you're going to hear all the noise in my room. You're going to hear the fans blowing. You're going to hear people outside. You're going to hear all kinds of shit. My voice is not going to sound great because it's not going to have any of the filters on it that I have right now. Like I need to mess with it. I need to have that set up. I need to do a surround sound filter on the headphones. I have to set it up so that it's taking the right audio level. Like when I press game, I want it to be taking the audio level from my capture device and being able to adjust the audio level of the capture device on the fly. And I have to program it to do that. Okay. Blaver is asking, what do I want for Christmas? He's like, I can't believe the holiday season's upon us right now. All I want for Christmas is this simple. I want people to consistently come to my streams, enjoy themselves, engage with them, and support them, period. That's it. That's all I ask. Because I love what I do, and I want to be able to be successful doing it, and I am right now, and I just want that to continue. All right? I don't want to have to go back to my old formula where I have to sit here and have goals that we're trying to hit, and I'm trying to shill to give you rewards for goals. Instead, I just want to have people come by and enjoy the content at face value and support it. Therefore, I don't have to be a guy who everyone sees as a beggar, okay? For 2 weeks, that's been possible. So thank you to everyone in the last 2 weeks who has come by and supported this content and allowed me to not have to do that, okay? But will it last forever? I don't know. Right now, it's working. Right now, it's lasting. But like they say, success is fleeting. Originally, I had 9,000 new subscribers to the channel. Outside of those people, that influx, probably there's only 500 to 1,000 that are regularly watching the content right now. I can tell you, my viewership on stream has doubled. Like right now, I have 300 viewers on YouTube. I'm sure I probably have around 100 on Kick. I don't know. But I used to have, maybe if I was lucky, 150 to 200 on YouTube and maybe like 70 on Kick. So I've got over like 150 plus extra viewers watching me every single stream that I do. Okay, that's awesome. The views on the videos. I have 113 on Kick right now. I'm not lying. That's like 40, 50 extra people on Kick than what I used to get. The engagement, likes on videos, comments on videos, way up, way up. And it's helping the channel a lot. People are leaving comments like, wow, I was recommended your video today. I can't believe it. I never get recommended a Dark Side Phil video, and DSPGaming showed up in my recommended. Okay. Overall, right now, things are good. Like, this was the right time for this to happen because it's the holiday season and there's lots of ads on YouTube. So with the increase in some views and attention I'm getting, I'm actually making some extra ad revenue right now. So all this is working out and absolutely, awesome. I'm really, really happy that these all happened at the time that it did. But as they say, success is fleeting. Yeah, 9,000 new people checked me out. Out of that, only around 1,000 have stayed. That's what happens, And I'm sure there'll be ups and downs in the future. There'll be times when more people will check me out and times when they won't. Some people will stay, some people won't, The Asmongold formula is unique because Asmongold is a variety guy. Yes, he's a gamer like me, but he also covers drama and news and all that. And as you know, I don't really do that. I'm just games. That's what I'm all about. So it's tough for me to retain that audience. They're going to go back to him and watch him cover all that stuff. And occasionally maybe stop by here to watch a playthrough or something. Right? But I know that. I'm not Asmongold. The audience is not going to stick with me. I'm appreciative of those who did come by and support when they did. And I hope that I can keep this going. Like, that's what I want for Christmas. No lie. 100%. I want to be able to have awesome chill streams covering a variety of games, being successful, being myself, rather than having to be a fake, a shill, a butt kisser, or a drama queen. I just want to enjoy life and enjoy games and do that. All right? And right now it's working. But you get worried, will it stay? So I'm not even asking for anything additional for Christmas. I just want to maintain what I got, and I'd be happy. There you go. What's up, Satan? Good morning. How you doing, man? Cool. All right. So there you have it. If you like my content, please support it in some way. Liking the videos, leaving comments, engagement, word of mouth, that helps. Supporting via a live stream. Again, with a super chat or a membership, kicks, a sub, a tip, that helps. You could tip even if you're watching on demand right now. You could leave a super thanks on a video. That helps. All right? That lets me be the guy I want to be and not have to sit here and say, let's hit the goal so we can do this and we hit this many goals and all we need is a few more bucks to hit the goal. You know how happy I've been to not have to have a goal for 2 weeks now? I've been really happy. It's draining to have to sit here and be like a carnival barker trying to hit some kind of an arbitrary goal to make ends meet. Instead, just being able to chill and relax with all of you and having a good time. That's what it's all about. And I haven't had that ability for a long time. Now I do. So thank you to those who gave me that. All I want to do is keep it. Like literally, that's all I want. Okay. Warframe, I played Warframe once. When PlayStation 4 launched, yes, that's how long ago it was. So you're talking over a decade ago, right? I played Warframe because it was one of the games that was packed in with the PS4 as a free game because it is free to play. So I played it for like an hour or two, I think. And then I never played it ever again. Soulframe? Oh, I don't know what that is. What is Soulframe? Is this like another game or an expansion or something? Oh, this is great. I'm just going to be able to say, oh, I'm going to burp. Press the mute button on the mic, burp, and then press it again. Perfect. I like that a lot. I definitely like that. I will not have to do any adjustments through OBS. I'd much rather just have it be this guy doing everything for me. Yeah, that's awesome. But again, this is what I mean. Like, I can't just do it. I think what's going to happen is this device, the Roland, is going to end up being an input source for OBS. And then basically I mute everything else. So I'm going to mute the game's audio source because it's actually technically going to be coming through here now. And that's going to be the audio source for OBS. So you don't want an echo, I think. And then I use this device to control all the volume levels in the audio. So the game volume, the microphone volume, the headphone volume, all that will be controlled by here. You see? But that's what I mean. There's no way to just plug it in and use it. I have to have time to mess with it and adjust it and test it. So that's why I can't use it today. I can plug it in, but that's about it. I already played Flight Simulator. We played it for a bit, about a month and a half, and it kind of got boring. We kind of flew all the places we wanted to go, and we stopped playing it. So that's why I don't play Flight Sim anymore. Okay. All right. So last chance, if anyone would like to do a little bit more Q&A, to tag me in the chat. And, okay, one final thing. What's up, King Michael? Good to see you. I know Game Boy was here earlier today. What's, Game Boy, how are you? There's one final update, all right, in regards to Wings of Redemption, all right? Because people have been asking all week, well, did Wings contact you? Because he said he was going to be on Monday, but then he changed his mind and he left the door open. I have not heard from Wings all week. Not a peep, okay? And like I told you guys, I left the door open. I told him whenever he's ready to come on the show, open door policy, he can come on the show. That's totally up to him. So all I know is this. Don't ask me why Wings does this stuff. This actually blows my mind. He revealed on stream yesterday, he's been off his meds for weeks. Now, first off, why anyone would even know that he's on meds is like beyond me. Like if I had any kind of a medical condition or whatever and I was on medications, I certainly wouldn't be telling that publicly to my streaming audience. But apparently this guy overshares everything. He's told his audience all of this stuff. Okay? Like they know everything about him. They know about all of his situations and all of this. Okay? So he publicly tells his audience on stream, I've been off my meds for weeks because people have been, I guess, asking his behavior. He's been going on these these rants on his stream about all kinds of stuff, political stuff and stuff. And I guess people have been questioning, why are you doing this? You usually don't do this. We tune into your streams to watch you play the game. We want to see you play Rainbow. We want to see you play Call of Duty. We want to see you play Battlefield. Why are you going on these rants about politics and stuff? And then I guess he revealed to his stream, well, it's because I haven't been on my meds recently, so I'm acting differently. And he even he picked up the pill bottle and shook it for everyone to show that it's full of pills he's not taking. Okay? So you might say, well, I don't understand. Why would Wings of Redemption have been on your show in late October and not had any problem with it and showed up and he was a great guest? And then when you tried to reschedule him for another appearance, now he won't be on your show anymore. I mean, I guess put 2 and 2 together. Sounds to me like this guy, he's not sleeping well. He's off his meds. He's not in a right way. I'm not trying to make excuses for him at all, but I think you got to put 2 and 2 together here. Like, he was on his meds the last time that he was on the show. So he was well adjusted and balanced and everything was fine. And now he's off his meds and now he doesn't want to be on the show. Kind of a correlation. Maybe not, but I don't know because he doesn't talk to me. This has been an open door policy for him to come on the show this week. He has not responded whatsoever all week. So I assume that means he doesn't want to be on the show, and that's that. So maybe I'll hit him up again at some point and be like, hey, has anything changed? Are things better? Do you want to be on the show? But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to hound him or harass him over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do that, right? Now, there are idiotic trolls in my chat saying, why are you talking about this publicly? This is private stuff. He talked about it on his own stream. And this is the point I'm making about him. He overshares way too much. I said that to him on the appearance in October. I said, dude, you have this tendency to get baited by your trolls who you think are your friends and they're not. Even some of your moderators are trolls. And they bait you into saying and doing things, and then you just say that you overshare. It's too much. And he goes, well, I'm trying to be entertaining. No one's entertained but his trolls when he says that he's off his meds. No one. There's no one that needs to know that. Like, literally, he should have never said that to anyone on the internet. No one should know he's on meds, and no one should know he's off his meds. All right? But now that it's already public knowledge, that would be one of the reasons I would guess why he's having an issue being on my show now. He did it in October, said it was a great time, says he likes talking with me, wants to come back on. He just can't get himself back on because he's all messed up. Right? So it's very simple. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. Listen, if he changes his attitude about it and he wants to be on the show, it's an open door policy. He can come on the show whenever he wants. I just need him to arrange it ahead of time so we can say, okay, he's coming on this date. Let's set it up. I haven't heard from the guy. All right? And that's where I'm going to leave it. And I'll be honest with you guys. There's no point in me talking about it any further. The ball is in his court. 100%. I'm cool with having him on the show. I actually really liked having him on the show last time, but it's his choice. Okay? So if you want to know, hey, is Wings going to be on the show? You're talking to the wrong guy. Go over to Wings and ask him. He's the one who makes the choice, not me. Okay? Fair enough? All right. I think this is where we're going to end the show for today. Thanks for chilling. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, there is no podcast tomorrow, but when I return on Friday, there will be. That'll be my last streaming day of the week, and it's going to be a good one. We're going to be responding and reacting to the Game Awards, because the Game Awards take place Thursday night. So we'll go through all the winners and the losers, and I'll let you know my opinions on all of that this coming Friday morning on the show. All right? Everyone, thank you so very much for watching the Level 1 podcast. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I'll be back on Friday. In the meantime, I hope you'll check out Arc Raiders, my chill streams where we're going to try out and pick new games for the stream, Pokemon tomorrow, and more. Thank you guys so very, very much. I will see you all soon. Peace out.